Hey, happy Saturday, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday so far. Hope your weekend is off to a good start. Uh, Hope your week was good too, as well. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about God's grace and how it can be one way it can be sufficient for us. There's many ways God's grace can be sufficient for us. So our reading today is going to come from 2 Corinthians 12, verses 9 and 10. And it goes like this. And he said unto me, My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses for Christ's sake, for when I am weak, then I am strong. Here, Paul is speaking about how when we are weak, we are actually strong. If we are trusting in God, God's grace fills everything. Um, there's some things we can't handle. There's some things we can't do on our own, and we want to because we're human. The human power, the human aspect takes over of I can do anything, I can control this. But when we're facing persecution, when we're facing difficult times in our life, when we're facing trials and tribulations, when you think you're at your weakest, that's when God can step in and handle all of that. So it's important to look to God in those difficult times. Now, it's not something that many people think of right away, but when you're having a difficult time, turn to God and see what happens. I'm not gonna lie, I've had some difficult times here lately, especially since I've, rededicated my life to Christ. But I've found that turning that stuff over to God has actually set me up to be better than what I was. There's been things I'm still worried about, stuff I've been worried about, stuff I've had going on, but I turn it over to God and let Him take care of it. Now, I want others to have that same strength to turn stuff over to God, let God take control, let God lead you, let God direct you, show you where you need to be. I know it's not easy to do, trust me, it's very difficult to do, but when you do it, you get the pressure lifted off of you of what was going on, and you know that someone bigger than you, better than you, is in control of the situation. So right now, if you're dealing with hard times in life, turn it over to God. I know that's kind of been seeming like my message here lately, but that's kind of how I was in life. I was dealing with a lot of hard times, dealing with a lot of struggles that were just burdening me. But since I've turned my life over to God, it's just a joy, a happiness. God's grace is enough to fill all holes in your life. And that's what I want you to take out of today's reading and today's message. I hope it touches you. I hope you get something from it. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And if you don't have a church to go to, I invite you to come to Old Providence Baptist Church, 2767 Old Providence Road in Hackneyville. It's a Goodwater address, though, I think. But we would love to have you. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great one. God loves you, and I love you too. See you later.